Brr, buddies. This confuses me. No, not the movie, although the plot is both grim and insane in the best ways possible. No, I'm on about the Steelbook, or Steelcase as it would be called by some people. As everything moves towards an all-digital future, which Sony is trying to prove is complete shit when they try to close its old consoles' digital stores, a topic that would actually make for a decent video in the future, it just baffles me that companies release Steelbook copies of DVDs and Blu-rays, let alone physical media in general. I get why it exists from a collector's perspective, as they are pretty cool. A lot of them come with unique art styles and artworks and such. They're different from the other boxes that normally get released of them. Like, they normally as well lack all the information and warnings and age ratings you normally find in a DVD case or such. Just allows the art to be free and breathe. Like, look, it's got this sticker on the back. I ain't peeling it off because I want it on, but you know what I mean. It's just all there. I suppose you can also make a little bit of money for the big corporations from the mega fan collectors who own 15 copies of the movie. Look at Star Wars. DVD sales go down, just stick it in a metal case and say it's limited edition or whatnot. The nerds squeal to get their hands on it. And don't worry, I'm in that category, so I ain't throwing any shame at anyone. And this leads to another medium that uses discs. Video games. Like any movie, video games also come in plastic cases with great artworks that are ruined by labels, warnings and age ratings. And they're just as collectible as movies. Debatably more so, since you need unique pieces of hardware and the fact that video game companies take pleasure in burning their legacy to the ground. You only have to look at the already mentioned Sony's near fatal takedown of old PlayStation stores and numerous iconic games having their source codes lost, like Ninja Gaiden and Silent Hill 2 and 3 to figure that out. So a lot of video games, both modern and retro, are brought physically in a vain attempt of preservation, and sometimes because they're cheaper than their digital counterparts, or they just have more value through extra physical goodies. I bought Monster Hunter Rise Day 1 for Nintendo Switch for £35. This includes a steelbook and 2 key rings. That's £25 cheaper than buying it off Nintendo's eShop at the time. And I get a few of the goodies with it as well. So yeah, I think there can be more value in physical media than buying it digitally. I know some people are about to say, what about the digital deluxe editions? Well, most games offer an upgrade from the base game nowadays, including Monster Hunter. And with that added in, it'll still be £11 cheaper than buying the base digital version. I know I went a little off topic there, but the point I'm trying to say is that there's still a lot of value in buying physical games. So you think with the number of tiers of pre-orders, limited editions, special editions, ultimate editions and all that nonsense, there would be a tier being sold to have the game in steelbooks or even re-release the game in a steelbook. But no, most steelbooks these days are added into a game as a pre-order bonus for the base game for some reason. I have not gone out my way to get any of these. They were included in the base price of the game. I'll repeat that. They weren't pre-ordered this game for 55 instead of 45 kind of deal. They were at the base price. I don't actively go out my way for buying them, but if I happen to see a game on its own or with a steelbook for a little more money, I might go for the steelbook if it's just like £3 or more. Okay, let me set this up for you. The PlayStation cases will pretty much be the same as any other Blu-ray steel case. Modern Xbox games will probably have the disc holder on the other side of the case, so that's probably a little more expensive as it would use a custom mold to produce it. But I can't see it being that much, as it wouldn't need to be that massively different of a mold. The Nintendo Switch on the other hand not only has a different size case, which would raise the price of construction, but also that it needs an entirely new holder for the cartridge itself. That would make a massive cost for the mold needed. It isn't just the same shape but the disc is on the other side. It's an entirely new mold altogether to produce. And even then, not everyone wants these steelbooks outside of collectors. They go on eBay for eye-watering amounts of money. I've seen the Xenoblade Chronicle 2 steelbooks go for £80 and that's without the game. Anyway, I think it's time to come down to whether these steelbooks are cool though. At the end of the day, if they don't look cool, what's the point of them? Starting with one of my favourite ones is the Luigi's Mansion 3. This is probably one of the cooler ones I own, as it glows in the dark. I got this Halo 2 steelbook, which I think the first time a game company actually used a steelbook. Apparently, there were so many of these collector editions that it made the normal Halo 2 box worth more than the actual Steelcase limited edition one. I also like the PS4 ones I got, as they add a nice shine and extra colour to the artwork. Persona 5 Royal is beautiful in its own right, especially its back. My god, it's beautiful. Funny note, Persona 5 Royal is the only time I received a game without a plastic case, just the steelbook with the game inside, and now it stands out horribly in my collection with normal cases. Thanks! Nintendo's annoying with their steelbooks. All the PS4 games have their names on the steelbook spine, but Nintendo doesn't do this with all of them. Yeah, Super Mario 3D World and The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword are the only ones that I have with the names on the spine, making them the odd ones out. Hell, Metroid Dread and Daemon X Machina don't even have the names on the cases at all. I do believe this might be because they came with the special edition stuff, whereas the Mario and Zelda one don't actually have a limited edition, it just came with a pre-order. Monster Hunter Rise has its name on the spine, but that doesn't count as it's a Capcom published game. Smash Bros. Ultimate, Daemon X Machina and The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening remake are the only steelbooks I have that have unique art style. That's 3 out of 13 with something different. But saying that, I wish Smash Bros. Kept the original design, as it's a lot more exciting than the actual steelbook one. The Daemon X Machina one is really nice. Honestly, it's better than the actual box the game came in. And finally, we come to The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening remake. I love it! A callback to the original game, simple and just nostalgic. Using the Game Boy and the start screen of the original game was so simple and brilliant, it just fits it perfectly. It's a perfect sort of steel case, and it's what I'm after when it comes to this kind of stuff. In the end, I don't think they add the same value as they do for films, which normally have unique artwork done for them and are sold after the first run of the film. But they're a nice little bonus if you buy physical. Oh, before I forget, if you ask for a game with a steelbook pre-order for a gift for Christmas or your birthday or something, make sure to tell whoever's getting you the game that the case is an add-on. You might come to that day and find the game was sold when the gift giver thought they had pre-ordered 2 of the same game. Alright, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I wanted to do this one for a while, but since it's very, very, very niche, I've just kind of been putting it off, but screw it, I'm doing it now. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe, and maybe comment your favourite steelbook if you got one. Doesn't have to be video game, it can be absolutely anything. Right, bro, buddy, I'll see you later.